Hello, ladies, and welcome back to Get 'em Girl, a girl's guide to relationships, femininity, dating, polarity, and attraction. Okay, ladies, honestly, I feel like this is a sit-down talk, okay? I need you to sit down and really listen and hear me when I talk to you today because I don't know if you ladies all really realize, okay, what chasing a man looks like. And sometimes you may be doing it and you don't even realize you're doing it. And I want you to stop, okay? I want you to stop, and we're going to get into the whys later, but I want you to stop these. And so I'm going to start out by telling you why this even came up. So, I have this lady, she jumps in my email and we get to chit-chatting a little bit. And she's completely okay with me telling this. But she's on dating apps. And with being on these dating apps, of course, you match with people, you meet different people. You're expecting people to be matching with multiple people, all of that, right? Well, she matches with this one guy. They have about 2 or 3 days of conversation. And here is where the chasing begins, and she didn't even realize it. She immediately, after those 3 days, she likes him. She takes his picture. She posts it in this anonymous Facebook group that's supposed to be like, hey, are we talking to, the same person? I'm going to post these details here. Let me know if you talk to this person. Right? And then she gets all these comments and she, some women are like, I know who he is. We've matched before. Different things like that. She didn't really get any bad news. She just ran into some women that he matched with before and that they've had conversation, and honestly, I understand curiosity, but curiosity is what's going to get you to chasing. Because after 3 days of knowing a person, 3 days of conversation, after just matching, there is no way that you screenshotted a pic of this man, made a post, and made sure that nobody else was talking to him. You have already begun the chase. It's what you don't realize. The chase has begun. You are already on his back. Okay. And here's the thing. I say that because of the energy that this person is doing this out of. Okay. She's doing this out of a very anxious energy. She's nervous. She doesn't want him talking to anyone else. She really likes him. She wants to see right off the bat if he's playing in her face. She's anxious. Okay, ladies, and I'm trying to tell you that when you start operating out of an anxious energy and an anxious attachment style with a man, it's only a domino. It is only a domino. And to have started out that quickly doing something like this is a bit out of pocket. Okay, I'm going to say that because we have to be realistic. When you start talking to someone, you cannot expect for them to not be talking to other people, for one. I'm going to need you to kind of get that through your mind and understand that, because this is not an exclusive relationship. Okay, until exclusivity is discussed, then this is not a situation where you should be checking up on who he talks to outside of you. That's anxious. Okay, that's anxious. For you, you should be secure in self to know that even if he is talking to someone else, it does not matter, because for one, y'all are not exclusive, but for two, if he's for you, he's for you. Okay, you don't have to do all of this underhanded stuff to try to get him. And you for doggone sure are not going to have to chase the man down to get him. As a matter of fact, if you're chasing him, he's probably running. Okay, so I need you ladies to realize that sometimes the chase that we talk about, and not to chase the men and all that kind of stuff, is not even literally the fact that he knows that you're chasing him yet. It's the energy in which you're doing things. If you're doing things regarding him out of an anxious energy, you've already started the chase. You get what I'm saying, ladies? If you are doing things out of nervousness because you don't want to lose him, you don't want him talking to anyone else, you want to make sure everything's lining up, and you're overly thinking about that, overly worried about that, and kind of getting out of pocket trying to make sure he's doing whatever you want him to be doing, you've already begun the chase, whether you believe it or not. And so I want you ladies, if you tend to go this route, if you tend to kind of get anxious in like speaking to a person and dating a person, I'm going to need you to refocus that energy. And I really do. I need you to do it quick. Okay? Because it's a domino effect. The moment you start operating out of anxious energy with a person, especially once they realize that you're doing that, it's a domino, and you're going to be doing more and more things to try to keep up with this person who's going to be running from you. Okay, ladies, men deep down, I don't care what they say, men do not want to be chased. Okay, there could be a woman very interested in a man, letting him know that, and he's completely looking the other direction at another woman who won't even give him the time of day. Men don't really want to be chased. I don't care how much they try to make it seem that way. They don't. And so I need you to redirect that energy to yourself. Instead of doing things like sitting around making posts, trying to see who all is talking to the same person. How about you use that time to be working on yourself? So even if this person does not work out, you're still in the process of bettering yourself, which means the next person that you attract is going to be better than him. It's going to be a better guy. It's going to be better than what you attracted this time. Do you get what I'm saying, ladies? The better and better that you make yourself, the better and better you'll entertain. I keep saying that because when you do the work on yourself and you get yourself to a certain point, you will realize that you are not just going to accept any and everything. And you will not dig to find out who he's talking to. You won't be worried about figuring all of that out. You'll know to yourself that, listen, I am up-leveling so much that even if he falls off, that's just giving another man an opportunity to take that place. And since I'm bettering myself, he's most likely going to be a better man. Let's just be realistic. Okay? I do not want you ladies operating out of anxious energy when it comes to these men. When you are interested in them and y'all are not exclusive, have your fun. Talk to them, see what they're about. If you are picking up red flags just from conversation, then automatically you know what you need to be doing. But to go out on a search and be checking in on this man and doing all these other extra things that in reality, if he knew about it, he would feel a little bit violated. To be doing those things is to be doing chasing. And you're so busy doing that and focused on him that you're not focused where you need to be, which is on you. Your focus is off. Okay, you will know if this person is not right. Okay, you will know it. You will be able to tell. You keep bettering yourself even when you meet men. Like, this is not a process that only takes place when you're completely single and you're not talking to anyone. No, you are bettering yourself and glowing up and working on your appearance, working on meeting new people, working on getting into nice areas, working on your friendships, working on speaking to different kinds of people, working on being open. You're doing all these things even as you're meeting men. You're getting better at these things even as you're kind of going in and out of, if you want to call them talking stages. You're still doing these things because what you'll realize is As that rotation keeps going, you're talking to men, some may fall off, but you're still bettering yourself. You're going to realize that as you better yourself, that rotation is going to get full of better and better men, because you're going to stop entertaining the ones who don't deserve it. You're going to start entertaining the men who can handle a woman that's on the level that you're on. So if you want better men, become a better woman. Focus on that. Because you don't have to focus on men, because here's the thing, men come and go. You don't have to put all of your energy into getting a man. You need to put your energy on you. The men will come. That's what I need you ladies to understand. It's not a situation where you have to go out and search and hunt for the men. You search and hunt for you. You search and hunt for your variety of femininity. You search and hunt for those things. The men are going to come. They're going to come. Work on you. Just because it does not go the way you want it to go with a particular man that you in this moment may be chasing does not mean that there's anything wrong with you. It just means that that's an opportunity for someone else, someone better, a better opportunity, a new thing to come into your life. Stop chasing this man. Like, I need you ladies to stop chasing this man. And then especially if you're saying you want a provider and this guy is not that, why are you even speaking to this person in the first place? I do not like, here's the thing, and I talk to a lot of ladies every day. I do not like when we have a checklist. I don't like when we have qualities that we want in a person and all these different things that we say are must-haves. But then when we get into who you're actually talking to and entertaining, they don't even do the things that you say you want to have a person. They don't even do those things. You want a masculine provider and you're talking to a guy who couldn't even provide for himself good. Why are you doing that? Why are you wasting time? Are you scared to be alone? And if so, that's an attribute that we need to be working on in your femininity. That means you need to take your attention and time off of the man and start working on, how do I get comfortable being by myself? Because if you are saying that you want this thing, I want a masculine provider. I want a man who's going to make sure I'm good. I want a man whose word is bond. I want a man like this. But you're talking to liars. You're talking to men who can't really afford the lifestyle that you have. You're talking to men who can't even afford the lifestyle that they have. You're talking to men who do not fit the bill. You got to ask yourself why. How is this a must-have? But the people, if you look at the people that you're talking to, they're the complete opposite of everything you said you wanted. How does that happen? And here's the thing. I've had women say, well, it's just to pass the time. It's just something to be doing in the meantime. Here's the thing. If you really valued your time, if you really valued your growth in energy, if you really valued your femininity, you would realize that that is not just passing the time. Because while you're talking to this man, for one, you're entertaining low standards. And the fact that you're entertaining them and willing to do something, there is something in you that's attracted to that. There's something in you that matches that. You need to figure out what that is. You're not just passing time, okay? Whether it's loneliness because you're scared to be by yourself, whether it's a self-confidence thing because deep down, even though you want a masculine provider, you don't think you can get one. There's something in you that's allowing you to entertain these people who don't match what you want. There's something there. You need to work on that. It's not just passing the time, because they, in the meantime, are growing attachment to you And we as women, with time, we do grow attachment to people. Okay, so during that time frame where you're just passing the time, you're growing attachment to this person. This person is probably getting access to a lifestyle that you're providing that they wouldn't even be able to have on their own. You're probably talking to this person, and if y'all are intimate, that's a benefit for them. That's an energy release from them. That's something that they're gaining from you, even though they don't fit the things that you say you want out of life. Do you realize how much of yourself you're giving in this situation that you say is just passing the time? So much of your energy, so much of what you have is going towards this person who does not even match what you say you want. You're not just passing the time. You're wasting energy. You're wasting resources. You are giving in to something that does not fit what you want. And that means you are not where you actually need to be. So take that time and start focusing on you, because I've seen many a time women are just wasting time or passing time with a guy, but then so much time goes by that they start getting attached and start getting connected to the point that they wind up being with somebody that they had zero intention of actually being in a relationship with. Stop chasing the wrong men, ladies. Stop chasing these men, period. Chase after your femininity. Chase after your spirituality. Get closer to God. Get on a workout regimen. Get on a lifestyle regimen. Get into a routine that feeds your femininity. Get into some nice areas. Get around some beautiful women. Get around some areas that's going to make you feel like you're up leveling in life and you could get used to it. Okay, get better. Spend your time doing that. Get better. Because then when Lil Pookie come trying to talk to you, you'll be so in love with your life. You'll be so in love with your growth that you won't be willing to let him come in and just mess it up for the sake of not being bored, for the sake of just wasting some time, for the sake of just not being lonely. You won't even be comfortable doing something like that because you've found something to be excited for, i.e. your life. You don't need someone to come in and give you any excitement. You won't end up spending money on a man who don't do any of the things that you say you want your man to do. You won't end up doing these things if you fall in love with your life. If you fall in love with yourself, if you fall in love with your femininity, you won't end up doing those things. Work on yourself. Okay, ladies, but time is out. If you are, this is the one thing that I'm going to be dogmatic about. I don't usually do that, but this is the thing that I'm going to be dogmatic about. If there are certain qualities that you say are must-haves, I want you to look at those qualities. Then I want you to look at the people you're entertaining. That's what I want you to do. And if they do not fit what you say you want out of life, what you know you want out of life, get rid of them today. I'm telling you, get rid of them today. Make space, make room, leave opportunity, lean back and allow the things that you really want for yourself to be attracted into your life, which means leave those spots open until someone who is deserving can get into those spots. And the way you attract someone who is deserving is by you yourself becoming better. Leave those spots open and become a better woman in the meantime. Spend your time doing that. And then come back and tell me what kind of man you're talking to. Then come back and tell me about the man that you're entertaining. I bet you he's a completely different breed. But okay, ladies, I just wanted to come and talk to y'all about that because it's too many of my ladies talking to men just for the sake of wasting time, and then they find themselves chasing after this man, and he's not even what they want in the first place. So I'm trying to get y'all to realize how what you want out of life and what you're actually doing in your life they don't match. And I'm trying to get you to do something about that. Okay? I'm trying to get you to make those two things match. Okay, so once again, thank you for watching another episode of Get 'em Girl. If you have any questions, any video ideas, any topics you want covered, go ahead and let me know in the comments below, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.